Drem Yolok, and welcome to hell. Most of the time, turn 2 is pretty free and can be easily completed in the first week of Savage. I'm sorry to say that we have another Anabasios situation, and you're going on a one-way trip to Yan Ranch. An enormous amount of people are hard stuck here since the fight, though fun and very well designed, tests skills that players have not seriously used since, well, pretty much ever. So, the growing pains in the PF are agonizing, but such pleasures. We seek for their own sake, and no other reason. My name's Vera, and I'm here to show you how to master taxidermy in 20 minutes or less. Set up standard clocks and LPs. You may also want to build a proper team comp, because you're up against the tightest AoE DPS check since Heavensward, and the game is currently not balanced for it at all. Most melee are within spitting distance of each other, except Viper, who right this moment is in bed with your mother. Ninja, Red Mage, Summoner, Bard are all trash, and Machinist is the undisputed most neglected job in the game's history. I guess Square is still feeling salty about Shinzo Abe. These gaps are not small. Bringing dogshit jobs will make your life much harder. We just had 8 whole months of Picto Trail before Yoshida decided to wake up and do his fucking job, so I doubt this will change anytime soon. On kill attempts, use your potion 10 seconds before the pull to have it ready for a crucial moment later. Pull and mitt through the opening raid wide. Felony Felicia's Tank Buster is rather unique. She shoots blue and orange in a random order, targeting the closest then the furthest player. The targets will then be indefinitely marked, requiring them to take the opposite color next time, which means tanks may or may not need to swap out and need to pay attention. The rest of you should stack on the hitbox so that the out tank can maintain uptime at max melee, but this doesn't leave a lot of room between you and the in-buster, so really, everyone needs to pay attention. Not a bad design. It's no mountain fire, but still, not bad. Hoodrat Holly will then paint wing debuffs on everyone. These will yeet you forward most of the arena's width upon expiration. Being a Hoodrat, she'll then shoot in the air 2 or 4 times. You guessed it, LPs are partners, resolving right after the wings. Double Style will make a combination of Morble Cones, Succubus Deformations, and winged or regular bombs, leaving one corner safe. You're gonna jump between Double Morble and away from Double Succubus. Follow tethers from the pictures to easily tell where to go. Since bombs will always be on their side of the room and can't cross over, I like to look at them first and the critter second, but you do you. Max melee is unsafe for the jump, but you just need to backpedal a few feet before liftoff. Spin your camera around and it's group 1 left, group 2 right for parties. Pairs have ranged 1 left, 2 right, tanks and melee in the middle, 1 in front. Run mid fast and into your clock spots for the sticky icky. This will root 2 random players and hit them with a group soak after a few seconds. 1 on each group is simple, just run over to your mates like you just did. But Sugar Riot doesn't make anything too easy. If they go onto the same group, use a clockwise fill priority. That means, in this example, Viper, Paladin, and myself are going clockwise to make a group of 4 on the healer. With that group filled, everyone else knows they have to go help Dancer. It hits pretty hard, but a stack of 3 is survivable with heavy mitt. Tank Buster number 2. Remember, close, then far. Swap your colors and mind your spacing. Pull the boss north for smooth uptime while she takes you on a vacation to Tatooine. It's pretty hot, so keep hots rolling throughout the phase to counteract periodic damage of about 15k. Similar to normal, Cactus Hell is first on the docket, with an added round of debuffs. 1 tank and 1 DPS have scary black defamation on a short timer. Both healers have a long timer, and 1 lucky devil has a group soak. Stay north and dodge the cacti by shimmying along the wall. If you've ever played a bullet hell, you already know that the wall is the best place to be, and all patterns are very nice to the north wall in particular. Hector hard griefed here by telling people to use eyes and dodge them in the middle. This is very stupid. It's just harder and people will die. Thankfully, Party Finder's not aping him most of the time, but it's worth checking that your group's not one of the dumb ones before you zone in. On wave 6, start moving middle if you don't have defamation. Tank goes northwest, DPS northeast. Everything goes boom, then spread into clocks right away for a second round of sticky icky. No changes here, remember, fill clockwise if one group gets picked twice. Quicksand is up next, with bonus cactuses. Look for the corner that has a cactus. If you're not a healer, you're going opposite it. If you are a healer, you're taking your defamations out to the other 2 corners. H1 left, H2 right, facing the safe zone is the convention. Or, healers can just pick a corner and adjust. I hear they're good at that. But Sugar Riot doesn't make anything too easy, so most of the time there's a cactus taking up a good chunk of the safe zone. Be careful and mind the wall. There is one pattern where it's absent though, so don't be thrown off if it's not there. Quicksand starts sucking right after the cactuses explode, and if you're still in it, it's almost certain death. Dash back mid and split off into LPs, 1 on D, 2 on B. More quicksand will spawn north or south, and you'll get roll targeted with winged or regular bombs. We need to bury all of them. Blue goes in, but not so far in that you can't get back out in a second or two. Purple stays out, but must make sure to face the quicksand. Anywhere is good. The thing takes up half the room, it's impossible to miss. Don't clip each other as the balls drop, and this is free. If you're not at about 60% here, you might be in trouble. A raid wide will conclude the phase, followed swiftly by the busters. Everything up until now has been smooth sailing, a fairly high tempo, but nothing too strenuous. You'll be progressing quickly and feeling pretty good about yourselves. That is about to change. The ads phase on M6S is such an absolute unit of a wall that Donald Trump is currently negotiating to install it on the border. You're gonna get 4 waves of happy tree friends that are gonna push your shit in while being totally adorable. Be prepared to spend hundreds of wipes here, and that's no exaggeration. The first wave is simple. A ram, a cat, and 2 squirrels. Squirrels will enrage into a raid wide later, but just need to be picked up by the MT for now. Rams hit very hard and will start one-tapping you if a squirrel is next to them at any point. OT will grab them and keep them separate at all times. The cat steals your limit bar, jumps around like an asshole, and eventually will drop a meteor on your heads and wipe you. Since your limit is getting yoinked anyway, you may as well use it. Drop caster LB2 on the 4th slime pulse. It should hit the ram, boss, a squirrel, and the cat if you're lucky. If you're not the MT, you're stacking on the ram. Melee hit the ram, ranged hit the cat. Since you're stacked, it is highly likely that the cat will jump on top of you and do a chariot. Getting hit by the cat will DD you and cut your HP by 2/3 for 30 seconds. Usually, that's certain death and a wipe. Be safe and don't greed, but melee should swap while it's hittable. You've got time for 3 GCDs before it jumps away. I should point out that since tab targeting in 14 is barely functional, you're much better off clicking on nameplates to swap targets. I'm so over hitting tab and getting a squirrel all the way across the room instead of the cat that I'm currently inside of. Hold off on your 2 minutes here. Once both are dead, build resources for big AoE on the stack before wave 2 and use your potion. Yes, you're potting for prog, deal with it. Wave 2 consists of 2 squirrels and 2 manta rays. Rays fixate whoever hits them first and spit puddles at them until they die. Ranged DPS are meant to grab them and run due north, leaving space for one in the corner, and then going south along the wall. Be very, very fucking careful to not tap a ray until you see those tethers. Hold your buttons if you have to. If the cat is still alive, it can and will jump across a ray, carrying an ability with it and griefing you. Fucking up ray aggro is an instant wipe. What we're gonna do here is called cleavemaxxing. Instead of the fizz range, we're gonna have a healer poke the ray on too, allowing them to join the party for more damage. MT is gonna drag the mosh pit on top of that ray, everyone is gonna blow their 2 minutes, target the ray, hit it with every big spell they have, and get crazy value. If you weren't aware, your biggest buttons do more damage to the primary target, and it's vital that you aren't wasting that damage on a useless squirrel. OT should turn off their stance for a while here, since a squirrel getting stuck onto them for the next wave could be disastrous. Tanks also need to be extra careful to never get clipped by a puddle, or they'll take a vuln and get popped instantly. If you're running a Yoshida-approved team comp, the ray will get hit by a fucking freight train and get turned inside out, leaving squirrels at less than half HP. Once my buddy finally mastered his machinist opener, swapped to dancer, and put dance partner on a viper, the difference was night and day. A gigabuffed Naruto Ultimate Generations combo on the stack trivializes the entire wave. After Ray 2 gets popped, immediately drag the mosh pit on top of Ray 1 and do the same thing. Target that Ray. AoE squirrels with whatever time you have left until wave 3. Good damage will kill them all before it starts, but you've got a good bit of time left, so don't fret. Up next is a cat, a ram, and yet another ad right on top of us, the jabberwock. Mr. Walk sticks a marker on a random healer, roots them after a few seconds, and menacingly approaches them ready to vor them in a single gulp. The target needs to go as far into corner 3 as possible to buy time. This thing needs to be single targeted by everyone except the off-tank, who has the ram quarantined up north, until it dies. Fortunately, they're stunnable. MT should stun it with low blow nice and early, then drag any surviving squirrels along with it to take advantage of collateral damage. You are not AoEing the squirrels. You are hitting the fucking jabberwock. If it's getting close to the healer, M1 can stun it for an additional second, followed by M2. Once you've stopped the walk, apply big mitigation. Riot Rita is casting Ready or Not, a very nasty raid wide that will blindside and kill you if you're tunnel visioned on the ads. Addle, Reprisal, and Self-Mit here to help your healers. You can't afford a single death. This raid wide is also what primes the squirrels for detonation. Each one left alive will also nuke you and leave a stacking dot after a few seconds. If more than one goes off, you won't be able to recover. Now kill off the cat before it LB3s you and get ready for pain. The final wave is by far the toughest. 1 ram, 2 rays, 2 squirrels, a cat, and Mr. Walk. The walk requires that both range take the rays this time. It spawns north, so the marked healer is going to run due south since puddles are on the way. Due south also keeps him in range of the off-tank, who is going to take the ram that spawns in front of him and move to the ray on 4. They will begin absolutely brutalizing that poor tank, who has to deal with getting railed for the entire wave like a naked cowboy. He's going to have to cycle through his entire kit of defensives and use his immunity to survive, while getting a huge amount of GCD healing and the main tank's active mitigation ability. This may be the first case in history where melding tenacity is actually worth it. Random off-tank deaths are the #1 point of failure, and it's not even close. Melee should hit the squirrels once, then the ray on 3 twice, since the walk takes a short while to become targetable. Do not be late to the walk. Main tank grabs squirrels and runs them with the walk for extra damage. Make sure to give the Yans a very wide berth. You have less time to kill this one, but your 1 minutes are up, so it should get exploded in a single stun. When it dies, single target ray 3. Do not cleave the fucking squirrels. You are running out of puddle space and can't afford the time. Padding for your cousin will cause wipes. Your next target is the cat, who is just about to wipe you. Then, single target ray 4. Do not cleave the fucking rams. You are running out of puddle space and can't afford the time. Melee should feint rams before they leave. 10% for 15 is an enormous help. Okay, now you can hit the squirrels. If you have a gain on 2, use it, but do not hit the boss unless your damage is completely out of control. Ready or Not is coming again. Do not forget to mit. You must kill squirrels before they go off or the off-tank is gonna drop. 2 minutes are up here, squish those rats. Once dead, swap to the Yans and blow the rest of your load all over the lowest one like you were born in Wales. Get it the fuck down before your tank runs out of mit and gets gibbed from 80% HP. MT should Voke 1 the second squirrels die to make this less likely. You may think that you're home free here, but Sugar Riot doesn't make anything too easy. Mr. Ozma decided to put a round of arrows from north and east here because he's a filthy sadist. Use eyes and dodge. Make sure the last ram dies before the incoming tank buster. And definitely make sure it dies before it buffs the boss and the next raid wide one-shots you. One last note for the off-tank. If there's even a 1% chance that you might die, use everything for the Yans and just sacrifice yourself for the buster. One weakness won't wipe you, but loose Yans will. The amount of tanks I've had who were saving their immunity for the fucking tank buster is not okay. This is hard. This is very hard, and it will likely stay hard. More damage will help, but gear can't fix stupid. But I promise you, keep your nose down and keep grinding, and eventually you will join the Avengers, get it done, and it will feel amazing when you do. In fact, it feels so amazing that you'll get LB3 when the last ram dies. I love that limit is being more frequently tied into encounter design. This will greatly help with progging the last phase. Tatooine wasn't great, so we're going to Naboo instead. Drag Tagger Tabitha to D and get ready for more arrows combined with fire or lightning, stacks or spreads respectively, while being in or out of the water. Pray really hard for fire. Group 1 goes middle and 2 to River 4. Dodging collectively is much easier than individually. Apes together strong. If you're unlucky, range should cross the bridge and spread out south on lightning while melee stay put. 2 people can squeeze into 1 square, but it's a risk to avoid. Drop up time, safety first. Stack back up on D's nuts and get ready for big movement. Lightning phase will look familiar with only a few additions. First, wait for lightning to flash on your screen. These are delayed baits, and you're stacked to control the chaos.
Chaos.
Then, book it to the bridge across from the big-ass storm cloud. If it happened to spawn on you, this is a very tight timing worth using sprint for. The second difference is that you'll be marked 2 at a time with lightning deformations. The plan is you're going to rotate to the bridge across from the cloud as it moves, dodging 2 sets of random AoEs as you go, then support left, DPS right for the markers. They're pretty big and will also zap the entire platform. Take them far and stay on the bridge. This cycles 4 times, so everyone gets a chance to lose some uptime. Beware your gap closers, which can and will betray you on the water. Stack back up for 5 hits of shared damage. Don't use too much here, you ain't done yet. Your last stop in the grand tour of the galaxy is fucking Mustafar. After this and planet E621, we're not leaving a great review. This will destroy the bridges. Melee need to be south, group 1 range northwest, 2 northeast. Dying in this phase likely makes it impossible to complete since you won't be raised on the correct platform. You're all gonna do a thing, then soak some towers. 2-man stacks are gonna start dropping on the healers, leaving trippy puddles that belong back in M5. Start painting in the corner and take up as little space as possible, staying clear of those towers. Meanwhile, melee need to bait Musakir, a set of 4 cones away from the ranged. They hurt and everyone is spread, so make sure to feint, reprisal, self-knit, and second wind. Now hold off on those towers. They're trying to jabate you. Wait for lightning to flash again first, then hop in. The strikes are pretty small, so this doesn't need to be that precise. Tank LB3 can survive a single missed tower. You'll now get more wing debuffs. This set only lasts 10 seconds. You're gonna use them to jump across the lava to soak 1 of 2 patterns of towers. The easier set simply has all players rotate. Don't greed damage, go middle, aim middle, claim your tower early, wait for lightning, and soak. The other pattern has all 8 towers down south. Melee are going to launch from all the way in the southeast corner. You may think that you don't need to go that far. Don't try it.
You are the chosen one!
The general tower order here is MT, melees, OT, healers, and range at the back. The second the phase ends, drag Spraying Spencer as far mid as you can. She's about to do another sticky icky and you need space to position. If you can't make a clean circle, do your best. There's time to adjust as long as you're all generally in the same area and don't clip each other. All that's between you and Enrage is a repeated double style sequence from the start of the fight. The adds are a much tougher damage check and I've actually seen Enrage exactly once. Pot up for your last burst, don't lose your cool to the clearing jitters and you'll clean up the streets with time to spare. That's it! Holy fuck, it's over, dude. Holy fuck, it's over. Don't even feel good. I'm just fucking glad it's over, dude. What a wall. And on turn 2, no less. Good lord.
The match is decided! Victory goes to the challenger.
Well, the only thing I got to say is thanks for the assist, Agent A. Did your country proud. 400 wipes. 401 fucking wipes to get this done. 30 long hours, not counting time to fill. Here's my prog graph. Look at that big, beautiful piece of shit wall. This was worse than goddamn Pandemonium. M6 is such a breath of fresh air and it really gives me so much hope for the game's future, but oh my lord, people are garbage at it. Here's hoping the player base retains some of these skills for the next ad phase, else I may lose my goddamn mind. I'd like to thank Arthars for coming down from on high and ending my suffering. My man is doing community service in the PF.
I miss the brain rot, you are so fluent, me. Where are you from, Ohio? Huh? What are you, a CEO of Ohio? You are staring at the W Reese Black Mage with 10,000 positive aura that's gonna blow shit up. We're gonna blow a bunker under your bunker. Sorry, can't talk right now, chat. Mewing.
Truly an aura maxing Sigma Muir, no cap. The last thing I want to mention is tombstone.gg. This is basically Raider IO for 14 and allows you to easily weed out liars who join bridge prog on 20 pulls without clearing ads once. And holy moly, there's a lot of them. I've caught well over a dozen.
Clear! Hector and Cactus TM Booba Cleavemaxxing 1 chest book. I don't care. Checking less than 20%. Hell yeah, brother. I believe you. The fact that this guy is checking, I respect it. I don't even need to check you. I believe you. All caps lock. That means he's serious.
Vetting your players in a fight like this is practically required.
Check their blade.
If you don't, you're just gonna get stuck in furry purgatory with no way out. May you be blessed.